All right, question 3 is definitely a lead into the harder kind of questions we're going to face. It's not hard yet though, because they've told us, this piece of information literally just tells us that we're down here, which means y will be negative. So let's figure out y. So we've got 5 squared equals 3 squared plus y squared. So so y squared is going to be 5 squared take 3 squared. Y squared equals 5 squared take 3 squared. So y equals 4. And we're going to make it minus 4 because we're down from the horizontal. We're down. So this is because we know we're between 270 and 360. So that fact tells us we're in the 4th quadrant. It tells us that we're below. Okay, so for question 1, now we can find sine theta. It's the opposite over the hypotenuse. So for this one, it's going to be negative 4 over 5. And for number 2, tan theta is opposite over adjacent, so negative 4 over 3. For the next one, again, they've told us that it's obtuse. All obtuse means is that it's going to be, it means it's going to be here. Every time you see the word obtuse, it means 2nd quadrant, and that's a really good one to keep in mind. Every time you see the word obtuse, 2nd quadrant. So sine is positive, cos is negative, tan is negative, yeah? Which we already knew, tan theta equals that. So, I mean, the fact that they gave us that meant that it could have also been down here. No, actually, no, that would have been positive. It could have also been down here. But it's not. They've told us where it is. Okay, so let's find the hypotenuse. We know the adjacent, we know the opposite. Let's find the hypotenuse. So we know, I'm going to call it r for radius, because technically it's the radius of the circle. So r squared equals 5 squared plus negative 12 squared. So r squared equals, 169? So r equals 13. Radius is always positive. Like, that's the only one you won't have to worry about. Okay, so for number 1, if we have a look at this triangle, we know sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse, and we know the opposite is positive 5. We know the hypotenuse is 13. And number 2, when they want cos theta, it's adjacent over hypotenuse. We know the adjacent is negative 12. We know the hypotenuse is 13.